Let's go ahead and get rolling. Let's see. All right, we are live. What's good, everybody? This is Ryan Johnson with moneybass.com. All right, just in here struggle streaming already, guys. Let me just go ahead and get everything set up so we can get started. All right, let me see, get everything lined up for you guys. All right, as you guys come into the live stream, please hit the like button and also leave a comment in the comment section. Just let me know that you can hear me okay, see me okay, everything looks good, sounds good. So give me a 1 in the comment section. And just give some guys a little bit of time to trickle into the live stream. All right, here we go, here we go. All right, let's see. All right, we have a few people checking in. All right, you guys have seen the thumbnail and you have seen the title of the video. So we are going to get into it tonight. I know you guys have been, maybe waiting a little bit to see the results of the Lake Guntersville tournament. So I have a little bit of interesting information for you. So we're going to have a good time here as we always do. All right. And as always, I will go ahead and give a few shout outs. So as you guys come into the live stream, please, as I said, hit the like button, leave a comment so I can see who's coming into the live stream, and give me a 1 if you can hear me okay, see me okay. Just want to make sure everything looks good and sounds good. Then I will be pulling up a little bit of information to share with you guys and a good video clip from just a little bit of information from this weekend. And we might have a special guest come on to the live stream this week. All right, so let's see. All right, just bear with me, guys. Like I said, just giving some guys a little bit of time to get into the live stream while I finish just going through and making sure I have everything ready for you guys. So just bear with me, and then we will get started. And I will go through the comment section. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you put those over in the comment section. Let's get active. Have a great time tonight as we go over some Lake Guntersville results, guys. Ooh, some Lake Guntersville fall fishing results. So you guys know what that's going to be like, especially anybody that's been out there doing any tournaments. Also, as you guys come into the live stream, I see some guys hitting me with a 1. Let me know everything looks good, sounds good. If anybody fished any tournaments this weekend, go ahead and put that in the comment section too. Let me know how you did, what the results were, and what lakes you guys fished. All right. We see some people coming in here. All right, just give me a second, guys. Just trying to make sure we have everything set up and looking good. All right. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. I could just have to check something out real quick. Just give me a quick second, and then we will get rolling. I just have to check a few settings real quick, guys. All right, there we go. All right. We have some new people coming into the live stream. Really appreciate you guys checking in for the first time. Anybody that is new to the channel, really appreciate that. All right, there we go. Let me get that set there. All right, here we go. And one more thing, as I'm just checking everybody that's coming into the live stream. All right, just bear with me, guys. Bear with me real quick. All right, have some more people checking in. We're going to have a good time tonight, guys. Just have a little bit of fun. Going to talk about the lake. And if anybody in the comment section, if any of you guys have fished Lake Guntersville, let me know about your experience there. Just put some comments in there about your experience and how did you do at Lake Guntersville? What is the biggest fish that you have caught on Lake Guntersville? And also, what is your biggest bag? And do you have any tournament wins on Lake Guntersville? So that'll be kind of interesting for us to share that information. as we get into how I did at Lake Guntersville. And I don't know if any of you guys have seen some of the other footage that I have put out, some of the videos from some of my past tournaments, but I've had some interesting situations to occur on Lake Guntersville. I do have a video where I was out there one time. Weather got real spicy out there on me, and the wind picked up, and the waves were definitely rough and started coming over the boat. Almost did not make it back, guys. My boat was actually sinking out on the main lake on Lake Guntersville. And actually, I will put that link just in case any of you guys haven't seen that. Once the live stream is over, I will put that link in the description area so that you guys can check that out. All right, and let's see. All right, so here we go. All right, so here we go, guys. All right, so looks like we have some very weekly supporters of the live stream checking in. And let's see. Let's go through here and get caught up and give some shout outs. Let's see who we have coming in today. All right, so we have the academic mailbox. He's checking back in. Looks like he's giving some information about Randy. I believe that's Randy Blockett. All right, says he's going to be fishing the BFL Plains Division and the championship qualifications there while doing the same in the Toyota Series. All right, so it looks like everybody's trying to get their plans together for the next season. All right, and we have Tim Williams checking in. What is going on, Tim? Really appreciate you coming back and supporting the channel. And just wanted to give a special shout out to the Money Team. Those are the members of the Money Bass channel. There is a join button located right below the video image that you're looking at. Just click on that and it'll give you some information about joining the Money Team. It'll give you a special badge so that you stand out in the chat. So your messages always get priority. You guys will be able to contact me offline. And actually, let me go ahead and put my information down here at the bottom. And the sponsor of the show for last week was AV to the 7th Power, guys. So really appreciate her sending over those super chats to support the channel. That the funds that she sent over, they just went towards the Guntersville tournament. So just kind of sponsoring shows, and those funds are put right back into the channel to keep bringing you guys some more information and videos. All right, so let's see who else we have checking into the live stream tonight, guys. All right, so Tim Williams says, what's up, bud? What's going on, Tim? Really appreciate it. And we have Mark Scott coming back into the live stream. So Mark has been a subscriber and supporter of the channel for a while. I know he is out there on the lake killing it with his Mega Live system, catching a lot of fish. He actually sends me a lot of pictures on Instagram, showing me the results of all his work and time that he puts out there on the lake. All right, and let's see. Brian Baker says, what's up, man? Hope all is good. Yes, all is well. All is well and good. Really appreciate that. All right, we have Red Boat checking in. What's up, Money Bass? What's going on, man? Really appreciate it. All right, Brian Baker hit me with the 1. Let me know everything looks good, sounds good. And Justin Owen says, what's up? Thank you for coming into the live stream. All right, guys, here we go. Now, this is a tournament fisherman right here. He is out there catching those crappie. So he does a lot of crappie tournaments. Have you had any tournaments recently? And I know you have been to Lake Guntersville before. So have you had any good experiences out there? And what about as far as recent tournaments? How are you doing out there on the tournament scene? And guys, we have Dave Rosenberg checking in. So he is actually a member of the Rod Benders Bass Club also checking in. And he actually has a company that sells tungsten weights, tactical tactical tungsten, guys. Can't believe I almost forgot the name, but tactical tungsten. So you guys make sure you check him out. And let's see who else we have. Justin Owen says, we'll fish one Sunday at Wadowee. I will be at Lake Hartwell, not this weekend, but the following weekend. But Lake Wadowee, I fished there before. I think I had I did. I fished maybe 2 tournaments there. That for me is a tough lake. I'm able to catch a lot of small ones. I did fish that lake one time and got some really nice fish on the line. But so we fished that maybe about once every 2 years or so. All right. And C219 Troll says, you heard about the Mr. Crappie Expo tournament? Winners won $100K. Too bad this didn't make the mainstream news. Wow. 100K. Man, you should have hit me up on that one. I might have, grabbed a little crappy jig or something and went out there and slung and tried to catch 1 or 2 for that. Well, I guess you need 7 for that, right? So go out there and try to catch me 7 for 100K. Hey, that's something that sounds pretty appealing to me. So yeah, I like that. 100K. So did you actually fish that tournament? And what lake was that on? All right, guys, let's see what else we have. Just trying to check a few things. And we have quite a few guys that have checked in, a lot of people that come back that support the channel on a regular basis. So as always, I really appreciate that. All right, so basically what we're going to get into tonight, guys, is the Lake Guntersville tournament. This was the final tournament of our tournament season. We just have the classic that is left now. The classic will be taking place on Lake Hartwell in about a week and a half. So that's where I'll be in about a week and a half. So very interesting tournament, guys. So we're going to go over that. I'm going to pull up a little footage of fisherman. He fishes the pro circuit, and he was just giving some information talking about Lake Guntersville and the type of fish that are in there. So I'll play a quick snippet from that for you guys. Then I will go over some results from another tournament that was out there, guys. The Fishers of Men. I know a lot of you guys have probably heard of them. Very big organization. They put on a great tournament trail. So we'll pull up that. They were out there on the same weekend that I was, which was this past weekend. And they fished Friday and Saturday. We fished Saturday and Sunday. So we'll go over that. And I'll show you some of the lures that I chose to use on Lake Guntersville. And we'll find out were they effective. And also, we should be having Chicken Hawk coming on here too, because I know a lot of you guys are waiting to hear about that, because we had our little back and forth, and we finally did meet up out there on Lake Guntersville. So may not have went as you guys have expected. So we will get into that also. And like I said, just have a little bit of fun with it, guys. All right. And let's see. All right. And let's see. We have Red, but what is he saying? I know Chicken Hawk got burned, right? Tell me you burned him at Guntersville. Oh, man. Yeah, so we're going to go over those results in just a second, but I do have footage from out there on the lake. So I'll pull that up in just a second too, and we'll go ahead and play that. But first, let me go ahead and pull up, just share my screen with you guys. So just bear with me, guys, as I get things set up for you. So I'm going to pull up this video clip, and this will kind of give us some insight of how Lake Guntersville may or may not be. Well, it is how Lake Guntersville is fishing during the fall tournament season. And those people that are familiar with Guntersville, you know that they have that Florida strain in there, those F1 that F1 strain that they put in that lake. So let me get this set up for you guys real quick. All right, so yeah, guys, get active down in the comment section. Like I said, let's have some fun. We'll go through those as always. And let's see. So we're going to share this real quick. Pull this up. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. So let me just blow this up for you guys. And move this. All right, so here we go. So basically, this is a live stream. I know a lot of you guys are familiar with Hank over at his YouTube channel is the Bass Geek. He puts out a lot of great information. I am subscribed to his channel, so make sure you guys check his channel out. A lot of great info. He obviously does interviews, so he pulls up people from all realms of the fishing industry, whether it's pro fishermen, local anglers, different things like that. So we have a good time over there. And as you can see, I popped in and dropped a super chat. So that's what we're going to start off at. And this is basically just going to give you some information as far from a pro angler side of things of how they view Lake Guntersville at this time of the year. All right, so let's go ahead and get that started.
Hey, Money Bass, thank you very much for the $5 donation. And so, Money Bass.
All right, let me just pause that real quick. Are you guys able to hear that and see it? Okay, just hit a 1 if the audio on that I just played sounds good enough for you guys to hear it. I don't want to play the entire thing and then you weren't able to hear that. Let me just rewind it back just a little bit and play it again.
It is a great bait. I've got
several. Look, you can turn it. Instead of laying it
All right, just hit a 1 in the chat,
turn
guys,
side.
if you can hear,
Swim like a bait fish.
if the audio
Hey,
for
Money
them
Bass,
is
thank you very
good.
much for the $5 donation. And so Money Bass wants to
I'm going to pause it again real quick and just wait to hear everything. Okay, so you can hear everything they're saying loud and clear, because I want to make sure it's not too low for you guys or anything like that. Actually, let me go ahead and turn it up just a little bit. All right, there we go. I'm getting some 1s. All right, thank you, Red Boat. Let's see. Academic Mailbox, Dave Rosenberg, Justin Owen, and Mark Scott. All right, so you guys are all hitting me with the 1, letting me know that everything looks good, sounds good. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what they had to say.
Turn it. Instead of laying it flat, turn it sideways. And it swims like a bait fish.
Yep. Hey, Money Bass, thank you very much for the $5 donation. And so Money Bass wants to ask that there was a cold front made the bite very tough for him on Guntersville this week. By the way, he says great show, great info, Matt. Favorite lake this time.
All right, hold on. Let me just pause it again real quick. I just changed something with the audio. Let's do it again, guys. Hit a 1. I'm going to rewind it back one more time and play this again. And just hit me with a 1 again, just to make sure that you guys can hear this, because I just fixed something with the audio.
Turn it. Instead of laying it flat, turn it sideways. And it swims like a bait fish.
Yep. Hey, Money Bass, thank you very much for the $5.
All right, there we go. So let's see. Can you hear it? All right, so I just typed something in the chat real quick to see if anybody gives me a 1 right after that. And if so, then we will go ahead and get rolling. All right, guys, there we go. Okay, Mark Scott, he says that he can hear everything, see everything. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play it. But if anything happens with the audio, guys, please let me know in the comments right away so we can, make sure everything is going pretty good. All right, so here we go.
And it swims like a bait fish.
Yep. Hey, Money Bass, thank you very much for the $5 donation. And so Money Bass wants to ask that there was a cold front made the bite very tough for him on Guntersville this week. By the way, he says great show, great info, Matt. Favorite lake this time of year and bait. So what's your favorite lake and bait this time, like right now?
Oh, I'm going to Guntersville. I'm going to go flip grass. I mean,
you gonna go frog right now?
Oh, it's 1 or 2. I mean, I'm either gonna throw a frog or I'm gonna flip. Yeah, but I mean, that's just I love it, and a lot of people don't understand it. But gosh, all the way up to Thanksgiving, you can find, if you can find the right match, you can crush them at Guntersville flipping.
Oh yeah.
So, right, that's for you shallow water guys.
Take a beaver, a spicy beaver, or a big one ounce jig, and I'm going to Guntersville. That's, if I get to go fun fishing, just do what Matt wants to do. It's going to entail big line and a big rod and point blank, kind of like bow hunting. That's just my thing. That's what I'm going to do.
So
the bite will get better, because after this cold front hit them, we're gonna get some warm days. I think the weather forecast for tomorrow, we're actually supposed to get some rain, thank goodness.
Yeah.
And then it's supposed to, I think we got chances of rain going into the weekend. So these fronts start cycling through here, especially the day of the front side of that front. If you can get to where you can get to the lake, you're going to be in store for some phenomenal fishing. I mean, because bow seasons open up in Alabama. Gun season ain't far off. A lot of the pressure that's been there
goes away.
And when it does, the fish, all us hardcores, we get to go fishing.
So now John's already asking for the name of that head.
All right, so there we go, guys. Just wanted to play that for you and just give you an insight from a pro angler side of things. So with that cold front, one of the things that he did mention, he may say it a little bit later in that live stream, but those F1 the F1 from Florida, those are very finicky with the cold front. So depending on what side of that cold front you're on, it may kind of dictate how your day goes, guys. All right, so let me just go ahead and pull up this other thing real quick. All right, you guys are being kind of quiet over there tonight in the live stream. I mean, on the comment section. I guess everybody's listening in to what's going on. All right, we have Texas Snoop 2010. What is going on? Glad you're checking into the live stream. Appreciate you checking in. All right, and let's see. So the other thing I wanted to show you guys was the Where is it? That is going to be the results from the Fishers of Men tournament. And like I said, this is a tournament trail. They put on a very good series out there, guys. A lot of great, very great, good, some very good fishermen on that tournament trail. All right, let me swap this out real quick and share the screen and bring this up here for you guys. And like I said, this is just the results from the Fishers of Men tournament trail. All right, let me share that and just bring this up. So I'll see if I can get this, if I can blow this up to where you guys can see it on the screen. Hopefully you guys can see that. Hold on one second. Let me check one thing. Okay, yeah, it's a little small, but I think you guys may be able to see it. But what I'll do is just go through here and just show you the information that I wanted to pull up. So the number of boats that they had in their tournament was 106 boats. So they had a very big field. And actually, it seems like they had more boats than that. Hold on one second. Let me see. View multi-day. All right, I just want to make sure that I pull up the right results right here, guys. Okay, there we go. This is it right here. Results for Southeastern region. All right, just bear with me. So all I'm doing is just going through here just to kind of give you guys an idea on a larger tournament scale of how their results and everything was going. For our club tournament, we were basically down to our top 10. And I think we had like 1 or 2 co-anglers out there too, but it was basically the top 10, the very last tournament of the season. So we're kind of out there duking it out, guys, trying to see who is going to come back with the 2022 Angler of the Year. And of course, I have this little side thing going with Chicken Hawk. So I'm kind of fighting for 2 things over there. I have to kind of show Chicken Hawk a little something because, you know, he came up here and said some things he was going to do to me out there on his home lake at Lake Guntersville. All right. And let me see. All right, let's see. Okay, we have some more people hopping in here into the comment section. All right, so basically, when we take a look on here, we can see that their tournament results, and this is the full tournament right here, guys. So they actually have 167 boats, 167 boats. And one second. And what I'll do is actually go back and let's just take a look at their day one first. All right, so the day one, so we're taking a look at that, and let me see. Just trying to make sure that I pull up the right day, guys. So that's day 2. Here's day 1. All right, so back on track. All right, so in first place on their day 1 tournament, these guys brought in 23 pounds, 23.28 pounds with 5 fish. Their big fish was 6'7". So these guys know what they're doing out there. And from there, their weight dropped down. On second place, they had 20 pounds, 0.73 ounces. So I did get a chance to go over there and talk to someone that was involved with the tournament setup and things like that. And so these top 2 guys, one of them, one team is kind of like a local team out there. I guess they must be pretty well known out there. And then the other team is someone, they aren't from the area, but they fish tournaments in those areas. So those guys went out there and they really, you know, put on a clinic for everybody. So they had 23.28, and then second place was 20 pounds, 20.73 pounds. And that's with 5 fish. And their big fish was 5 pounds, 5.8 pounds. So they're out there doing their thing, guys. So now let's just start scrolling down here and let's see how many 5 fish limits they had. And we have a few 4s that were in there that were towards the top, but pretty much around 28th place is where they started dropping off to where the 5 fish limits were kind of out the door at that point. And that 28th place was 11.44 pounds. So those were the top 28 out of those 100. What was that? 160 something boats, guys. All right. So now let's go ahead and just take a look at something that is kind of interesting that a lot of people don't really see this side of things. All right. So let's see. So now let's see the flip side of it. So of course you're always going to have some winners and you're going to have some not winners. Let's put it that way. So all of us have had those days where it is tough out there on the lake. So let's scroll down here. All right. So as we get down to beginning at somewhere around the 43rd place, guys. They kind of start dropping off. So at 43rd place, they had 3 fish with 8.42 pounds. Then as you come on down, we start seeing 3s, 2s, and then that cold front, guys, that cold front, that dreaded cold front. I don't know if you guys can see it, but take a look at that. You see those? Those are a bunch of goose eggs, bunch of double zeros. So that was not looking good for some that weren't able to figure it out. Now let's take a look at day 2. So on day 2, that same team, they were able to kind of hold thing, keep things in place, but the weights did drop down a little bit. So that first place on day 2, they had 5 fish, but the top bag now was 16.61. So we're in that cold front phase, guys. That cold front is there. But some people are always able to figure something out. And you know, it always happens that way. The more boats, the better. The more boats you have that chance of figuring something out. So let's just kind of take a look as we scroll down these weights. And again, this information is right there on the Fishers of Men. If you go to their website and go to their Lake Guntersville October 22nd results, then you will be able to see these weights. So these guys are out there doing their thing, guys. But on this day, once we hit around that same range, around that 44th place, those 5 fish limits actually, hold on, wait a second. Those 5 fish limits actually started falling off around the low 30th places, somewhere around in there is when they started falling off. And then those those zeros started kicking in right around 60th place, guys. Remember, there's a lot of guys out there fishing. And so this is just kind of giving you an indication that this was a tough weekend on Lake Guntersville. All right, and let's go ahead and take a look at one more thing and just see if we just look at the full tournament results for these guys. So I did, like I said, I did go over there and attend part of their weigh-in. So, you know, they had a real good turnout, very good tournament trail. All right, so their total weight, the winning weight for 2 days was 37.19 was their winning weight. But remember how there's always that top end. Let's look at that bottom end, guys. A lot of people don't talk about that bottom end, but out of, what was it again, 160 something boats, as you get down to, and actually they don't have the place on here, or let me just scroll over real quick. But yeah, so basically the thing is, it was tough. It was just a tough day out there on Guntersville. So knowing that going into this, remember, we are stepping into the Alabama lakes, and this is kind of Chicken Hawk's home territory. So before we get into the video, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up, and first we will take a look at day 1. And remember we were camping out there too, so we had a good time out there. So we're going to take a look at day 1. We're going to pause that. Then maybe we might get Chicken Hawk in here, see, you know, give his commentary on a few things. But before we do that, let me go ahead and give a shout out, guys. We have somebody that has been supporting the channel for a while. And guys, would you believe she is one of the top contributors, the top sponsors of the Money Bass live streams? I want you guys to check out Maggie, the substitute teacher. She says, not quiet in the comments. We see you. All right. All right. So Maggie is always supporting the channel. Really, really, really appreciate the support of the channel. Can't say how much I really appreciate anybody that takes the time to, you know, just show some appreciation and show some support of the channel. Any funds that come to the channel are always put to a great use. As you guys know, fishing can get expensive. We have tournament fees, we have gas, we have lodging, we have all of that kind of stuff. And for me, I have campsite fees, you know what I mean? Things like that. So always having a good time. But I really appreciate anything that is contributed to the channel, because it does allow me to keep going out on the water and bringing more footage for you guys. And as you guys have seen, I've been putting out a little more electronics videos. We have to get back to the roots a little bit too. So a lot of you guys have continued to ask for that. So I put out some more of that information today. Yesterday. But like I said, make sure you guys check out Maggie, the substitute teacher. Her YouTube channel is all about cooking, guys. She is doing big things over there. So make sure if any of you guys like to cook, you definitely want to check out her channel, and your wives, girlfriends, send them over there. They're over there having a great time. She has different views in the kitchen. It's really an interesting YouTube channel. And the other thing about it, she is collaborating with some big time YouTubers, guys. She's making a lot of moves. So she is in the midst of blowing up. So if you guys get over there, subscribe early, you can say you were there for that journey, because she, like I said, she's doing some big things over there. All right. Really, really appreciate that, Maggie. All right. And then we have Texas Snoop 2010. What's up, money? What are your thoughts on the change to the first in the MFL? So I have not got caught up on those changes that everybody's talking about yet, guys. I've been busy, but by tomorrow I'll be caught up on that. But hey, maybe you guys will be talking about it in the comment section so I can get caught up on it tonight. All right, then we have Deshaun Peck says, hey guys, by the way, money, I did win big bass and side partner my last club tournament. All right, there we go, guys. Hey, you guys always feel free to come here and brag a little bit. Let everybody know that you're out there doing some big things. I mean, that's what we're here for, guys, to share our experiences and show that the information that we are sharing and learning here on this channel is making a difference, and guys are coming back with results. And he says our classic tournament is coming up as well. All right, so where are you guys going to be doing your classic tournament at? Because ours is going to be a 2-day on Lake Hartwell. So I know we're going to be out there looking for some largemouth spotted bass. So I kind of have to decide, do I want to go offshore? You guys know I like that offshore fishing, or do I want to stay shallow and go after those largemouth? So with the change in this, with the fall transition, I just have to get out there and put in some work, guys, and see where those fish are at. But yeah, let me know what lake you're going to be fishing at. All right. And then Vernon Neal says, money bass, I'm tuning in. All right. We got Vernon. Really, really appreciate you supporting the channel. Always coming back again. And guys, look who we have. We have another super chat. The ladies are really coming through with these super chats and supporting the channels, guys. Very, very interesting, because I don't even think they fish. They're just over here. No question, no comment, just showing love for the channel, support for the channel. I really, really appreciate it. All right. And it looks like these two might know each other. Hey, Maggie, the substitute teacher. Yeah. So we have Gail at night putting in that $2 super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Make sure you guys check out her channel too. She has a YouTube channel. She talks about just a lot of I say current events and things like that. Great YouTube channel, great YouTuber. Really, really appreciate you supporting the channel. And actually, let me just do something real quick if I can remember how to do this. Nah, I can't remember how to do this yet. So, and just another quick thing, guys. There are some of you guys that will have, and let me just go ahead and add this right here. There we go. All right. So some of you guys will have a wrench right next to your name. You guys are the chosen few. You are the moderators of the channel. So those people that you see with that wrench, guys, I mean, they're not members of the channel, but they are moderators. And I really appreciate the love and support that you guys bring to the channel. So you have that special moderator wrench right next to your name. All right. So let's see. Gail at Night says, hey, Maggie. So they're doing a little chatting in there. These two ladies know each other. Hey, Gail. All right. So let's see who else we have. And then we will get to the video right after this. All right. So we have Thomas. I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name, so let's just go with Thomas for now. All right. Always a great show. And I think I did pronounce it maybe at one of the previous live streams. But yeah, so Thomas says always a great show, informative and good humor. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna get into some of that in just a few minutes. So let me go ahead and cue up the video. Let me see how we can get this done. Let me just get this set up for you guys. Just bear with me real quick. Yeah, it's just been a busy day, guys. So like I said, you guys make sure you get active down in the comment section. Just go ahead and continue to share some information and everything. Just kind of, keep things going while I set some things up, because I have to kind of switch between a few different screens and things like that. And don't want to bore you guys with all of that extra stuff. All right, here we go. All right, just moving these files around real quick. And then I will share the screen again like I was doing before. And let me just go back over here. I see some more people hopping into. All right. So yeah, I see those moderators out there putting in some work, doing some things. Uh-oh, guys. Man, we have some nice things going on tonight. So we have support from Gail at night. We have support from Maggie, the substitute teacher. And we also have Mark E. Scott, guys. He is now a member of the money team. So if you take a look at Mark E. Scott in the comment section, you will see that badge right next to his name. I really, really appreciate you taking that step and being a supporter of the channel. And if anybody else is interested in supporting the channel, there is a join button located right beneath the video stream. Just click that join button. It will give you the information about becoming a member of the channel. It'll just be a small amount that's put towards the channel. And like I said, all of these funds go towards tournaments, tournament fees, setting up the collaborations, gas, campsites, lures, all of those things that I bring to you guys and do reviews on. That helps with just about everything, guys. So I really, really appreciate Mark taking the time to join and become a member of the money team. All right, guys, let's see who else we have. So, look at DP. Come on, man. You can't be giving away information in the comments, man. And we haven't got to the video yet. All right. So we have Gail at Night says, yes, we all met through TLA. Yes. So we are part of a mastermind group, and we have some people that come over and they definitely support the channel. All right. So so we have Mark Scott here, and let me just double check and make sure that I have got this file ready. And let me share this screen. All right. Let me kind of move some things around a little bit. Somebody kind of threw me off with some information in the comment section. All right, so let me see. Nope, don't catch fish, but I do cook it. All right. So yes, Maggie, the substitute teacher. And the other thing, guys, her name of her channel is kind of a play on words. So she is not an actual school teacher. Her food is, she takes common dishes that we all know and love, but she substitutes the ingredients with more healthy ingredients. And guys, as fishermen, we all can use more healthy food whenever we're out there on the lake and whenever we're eating in general. So that's basically what she does. If you have any type of health conditions, things like that, and just want to get healthier and just eat better, that's what she does. She takes the meals that we love and she substitutes the bad ingredients with good ones, so you can still have a great meal. You guys really do need to check out our channel and just look at some of the pictures of the food that she's putting out there. All right. And then Gail says, and she eats it. So Maggie will cook the fish and Gail at Night will eat it. All right, guys. All right, so let me go ahead and start this video so we can get started with that. All right, just bear with me. All right, here we go.
I say, hey, I'm
all right, let me just rewind this back, guys. All right, so here we go, guys. Just trying to see. Okay, let me make that big on the screen. So we are going to have some fun with this, guy. So as you can see, this is me over. Let me see. Can you guys see my mouse? No, you can't see my mouse on the screen. But of course, that's me over to the right. And there's your buddy Chicken Hawk. This is what I want to know, guys. So I know we have some Chicken Hawk fans in here. And, we might have a few Money Bass fans in here, too. So I want to see, who do you guys think is going to win between our little side thing that me and Chicken Hawk had going on? Do you think Chicken Hawk or do you think Money Bass is going to win on that challenge? So put Chicken Hawk in there if you think it's Chicken Hawk, and put Money Bass if you think that it is going to be Money Bass. All right. And I just want to see what you guys think. So as it's playing, you guys can be putting that down in there. And all right, so I'm going to do like I just did a second ago, guys. I'm going to start playing it and hit a 1 in the comments if you can hear everything good and you can see everything good. And as I said, I'm going to be looking in the comments. I want to see who's thinking Money Bass is going to take it and who is rooting or thinking that Chicken Hawk is going to take it. All right. And all right, here we go. So let me know if you guys can hear this okay and see it okay.
I say, hey, I'm number 1.
All right, so I just played a quick little snippet of it. Could you guys hear that? just give me a one. Okay, I see a one coming in here. All right, so before we get started, I see we have Mark Scott says Money Bass. All right, so he's saying Money Bass is gonna go get that win. We have Garrett Knight saying Money Bass for the win. All right, and let me see who is this. We have only one. Torres says Rob Bender's been, man. Hey, Rob Bender's, we've been doing great, man. Still out there enjoying these tournaments, having some great times on the lake, and getting some good footage. You know, I mean, it's a family unit, guys. So we're having a good time. All right, so I got some ones. Darren Pearson, he gave me the one. Academic Mailbox gave me the one. Marquis Scott gave me the one. All right, Gail says she can hear everything good. And she is saying Money Bass for the win. All right. And then Darren Pearson says Chicken Hawk is going down. All right. Then we have another. What happened? Okay. We have Red Boat saying Money Bass too. All right. So what's going on? I guess Harry isn't on here. And I can't remember. Was it Shimano, Shane? I mean, where are the Chicken Hawk people at? Where are the Chicken Hawk people at? All right, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at the video and go ahead and get started.
Your hand and say, hey, I'm number one. With the mouth Cause I ain't gonna do that.
All right, we got Chicken Hawk. What you got to say to your people?
I told you I'm gonna let my rods do my job. That's what I'm gonna do. You let your little live, see what your little live do for you. We gonna find out if it's Memorex.
All right.
If his truck gone, you know he left.
Uh-oh. He gonna pull off early again?
He gonna do it early. He gonna talk about he got an emergency at the house. Somebody his water hose outside busted. He gotta go fix his water hose outside the house.
Hey,
Sweetie cow.
Damn.
She wanna know what she ain't got no flour for the chicken.
I gotta go to the stove.
That's right.
Hey, Mike, you know how you love your chicken?
You want that special sauce, they're gonna get it.
That's all right. I'm out here for you.
All right, guys. So basically what I was doing there was just getting started out on a bridge paddling, throwing a buzz bait. I'm not a bridge paddling, but the rip wrap. And as you guys know, sometimes you may be able to pick up a nice fish early in the morning. So that was just a quick, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, maybe, where I stopped there. All right, so let me just pause this real quick and just explain something real quick, guys. All right, there you go. So you guys can see that bait right there on the screen. So that is a buzz jet. That bait has won me money on this lake in the past. So I won the mega bass with that bait right there. And what I'm doing is, even though I'm in the middle of a tournament, I'm stopping, guys, and I'm getting some footage for you to show you this bait that you can substitute this with a popper. And kind of, because it's a wake bait, but I fish it 3 different ways. You can cast this out, pop it, and swim it, and it'll kind of wake right below the surface, maybe I would say 1 to 3 inches, something like that. Or you can fish it and bring it right across the top of the water. So this is a very effective bait, especially in the fall time of the year. But anytime where you can get around bait fish are popping, and that early morning bite, this buzz jet is a great bait to use. So that's what this segment is. Just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a kind of an intro to that, but that's what that is. And let's go ahead and take a look. All right, there you go. That is the buzz jet. This is a custom painted bait. Let me go ahead and show you how I work this lure whenever I'm out on the water. Okay, so what you'll see that I'm doing, once I make that long cast, you'll see how I pop it. So I'll snap it, And now I'm just reeling it and letting it wake under the right below the surface. And if you look out there, you can kind of see how it's making that little pop right on the top of the water. All right, let's see if I did another cast with that. And like I said, guys, I always want to just drop in a little info inside of these live streams that will help you guys out. So just watch my rod. You see how I'm snapping that rod and I'm reeling it so it's waking right below the surface. All right, there you go. All right, now on this cast, what I'm doing is see how I'm holding the rod tip up. So with this rod tip up, and keep in mind there's grass on this lake too, guys. So you kind of you can guide this around that grass. And let me just pause it again real quick, just so I can make sure that I don't miss anything. So what I'm doing right here is I'm casting this out, and as I'm reeling it back, I'm holding the rod tip up. So this prevents it from kind of diving down. It does have a small lip on it. And actually, I didn't bring it in here with me, but you saw on the video clip, it does have a small lip on it. And it has a prop on the back of it. So if I keep that tip of that pole up and I kind of reel it slow, you just have to get that correct cadence for it. And it was kind of splash across the top of the water, like not as much as a buzzbait does, but you will still get that drawing action over to it with that sound. So you have that popper style of fishing it, and you can wake it right under the bait, right under the surface of the water, and you can also pull it right across the top and get some nice water displacement right on the top to cause that disturbance to get the fish's attention. So that is one of the things that I really like about this bait. And just take a look, guys. This was the last way that I was fishing it, and it's right next to the boat, and you can kind of see. I think I'll slow it down a little bit, and you can just kind of see how it comes right across the top of the water also. All right, so there we go. And as it gets closer to the boat, I was just angling the tip of the pole down towards the water. All right, so now let's go ahead and fish it. So this is where this was my, I think, second location where I started at, guys. And I'm just staying shallow and going into a cove. And there you go. Let me go ahead and change it back out. There we go, guys. And that was my second or third cast with that buzz jet. I was throwing a frog a little bit, and also a ribbit frog. I can't remember what company makes those, but just something that was going across the top of the water. But here we go, guys. Fish number one. All right, there we go, guys. Oh yeah, let's get it started. All right, so I took off from there, and again, I was staying shallow, but the bite is tough. There was definitely a low front at how I use my 360 to. There was definitely a cold front that came through, but right here, as always, guys, like I said, I like to give you guys some information that will help you out and that will be useful to you out on the water. So again, during the tournament, I am stopping. I'm pulling up some footage for you guys. So this is tournament time, but I'm just stopping and showing you this this information and just kind of giving you an idea of what my goal is and what I'm going to be focusing on for this day. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at that, guys. Here we go. To target the productive grass areas that I want to look for to find my fish. So I pretty much have my mapping set up on this unit. This is set for everything 5 feet and below is going to be in red, and that is really the line of grass that I'm looking for. And I just came across this area that was kind of sparse, so there wasn't really too much grass there, kind of patches of grass. And if you look right here, you can kind of see how I'm passing that area, and I'm starting to get back into that thicker grass. But if you look out at the water itself, you do not see any grass sitting on top. So pretty much the electronics is what will help you locate that grass line. You can see a sharp grass line kind of going right here, and we're starting to get into the thicker grass right there. So the depth that I'm targeting as far as fish, or I would say maybe like the 3 foot range, 3 foot and less actually. But that's pretty much it. And just real quick, the Mega Live is pretty much not going to be too much help in this case. I have it set to 10 feet deep, but you see I'm sitting in 1 foot of water, guys. So you can kind of see the break in there. You can use this if you wanted to kind of keep an eye on the depth whenever you're heading out. See, it's starting to get deeper out here, but you can use it for that. But I pretty much just stick to using my Mega 360 whenever I'm in the shallow water along with my mapping. All right, hope that helps out, guys. There you go. Coming up on the grass now. Time to get back to fishing. All right, I just missed one and I kept at it and got another one, but size limit is 15. This one right here is about 13 and a half, something like, well, about 13. Let's take a look and see. Either way, it's not gonna. All right, so this one is a little over 13. Either way, it's not going to make it. It is a grind out here, guys. It is a grind. All right, and at this time, guys, what I did is I decided to head and fish offshore. I just had to try it because Guntersville is known for some great offshore fishing. I was throwing a jig. Let me just pause it again real quick, guys, and just show you the two baits that I was using. So I was throwing a 10XD. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but how big that that crankbait is. But there we go. Let's see if you guys can see that. So this is an 8XD. I was switching out between that 10 and that 8, and I was using my live imaging. I was able to see the fish down there, but my downfall on this lake, pretty much every time I fish it, is I only spend one day on this lake going out here trying to locate areas where I can find fish that I can catch offshore. So I was throwing the crankbait, and I was also throwing a big jig. I went with more of a black and blue and a greenish looking color. But as you can see, I'm packing up in the video, but there we go. So that is the jig that I was using, guys. I did catch a 577 on this lake. Not this time, but one of the previous times I was throwing a 1 ounce jig offshore, guys. But I haven't quite mastered that yet on Lake Guntersville. So that was just my quick segment of me trying to just to do something different, because as you saw in the previous clip, Matt was saying that he would go straight for the grass and he would be punching. That is not really my style. I have done it before, but I kind of wanted to stay away from the grassy areas, because the other thing that we have found out is that they had sprayed the lake. And if you guys paid attention to the screen just a minute ago, the water temp was around 63 to 65. That cold front did come and hit us. So I know that played a big factor with the type of fish that we're going for. These largemouth that are in Lake Guntersville, they're really finicky whenever those cold fronts hit. So it's a grind, guys. And at this point, I'm thinking that this is somewhere around that midday. We're checking in at 4 o'clock. So still have some time. And as you guys know, you find the right place and you can make some things happen. But let's keep going. I'm packing up and rolling out. Offshore just wasn't the thing for me on this lake. So we're heading back shallow, guys. All right. So, yeah, I was trying a little bit of everything. So there we go. I have that wacky rig, skipping docks. So will this be the thing for me? I mean, hey, I'm trying to figure it out, guys. It's kind of like a puzzle out here. You have to find those pieces, put them together, and make things happen. All right, now, am I gonna land this fish, guys? Yes, I did land that fish. All right, guys. Looks like we may have figured a little something out. There we go. All right, so at that point, I was like, maybe skipping docks is the thing. But like I was saying, I know that they had treated this grass, sprayed it or something like that, and it seems as though that may have driven those fish out. But that's just a clip of showing how I'm taking that rod and skipping those that bait way under those docks. I'm skipping it all the way from one side, and it comes out the other side of that dock. All right, so that did not pay off any more than just that one fish. So now I'm back out fishing on the main lake points, And if you take a look way in the background down by those trees, there were a lot of fish that were chasing bait fish. And that was a common occurrence that was happening this weekend. So I was kind of chasing those bait fish. And just real quick, let me just, it is 2:54, a grind. I have 2 fish, have 1 hour left out here. I found something on this point, so I'm going to hit this point. Hopefully I can pull 1 more fish off of here. Pretty much whenever I come to Guntersville, my target is at least 3 fish. So I'm trying to hit my 3 fish. I just need 1 more, but time is ticking. So let's go ahead and get to it. I wonder what Chicken Hawk is doing. All right, so now guys, as you can see, I'm heading back shallow, super shallow. I'm way in the back of the coves now. But let me just show you real quick the bait that I was using the majority of the time. Because the grass that I was fishing, you can't see it, but it is just underwater, and you have to and actually on part 2, guys, on day 2, which will be coming up shortly, I show you the specific type of grass that I was fishing. But I'm throwing something that is weedless. This is a flashy swimmer, and I'm changing out the size of the swim bait that is on there. I was throwing one that was a lot bigger than that. Well, yeah, it was about a 3.8, I believe, something like that. A little under 4 inches. That's what I was throwing at first. I was able to catch fish on that. But I noticed that the bait fish that these fish were chasing were a lot smaller, because I would see those whenever they would bust through those fish. Some of them would be floating on the top, and the fish would come back and eat those. But they were a lot smaller. So I changed out the size of that swim bait. Just wanted to give you guys that information though. So that is one of the main things that I was throwing on the tournament. But whenever I'm fishing shallow, let me just pull that back up. I'm throwing a frog, a ribbit frog. I mean, just a regular frog, and I'm throwing a ribbit frog, and also the wacky rig. So those are the 3 things of choice that I'm using. But the bite is tough. The bite is tough. Let's see what happens, guys. All right, guys, we are finishing up this brutal day y'all saw out there on the lake. We got Chicken Hawk trying to tie on. I know he's gonna have some things to say to everybody in a minute, but here we go. Top 10 on the lake. All right, so what you had to say to your people?
It's hard out there.
It was hard.
Hey, but see, the problem is it had to be 15 inches.
Huh?
I caught a ton of 14 inches.
How many is a ton? That sound like
About 6.
uh-huh.
Is that right?
Oh,
Plus,
okay.
right after another. But you know, hey.
You mean to help you get your bag?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, so now we're just getting everything loaded up, getting off the water. Let's head over here and see how Chicken Hawk is looking.
Yeah, he fitting. He fitting.
All right.
He fitting.
Go ahead and hold him up for your peoples. All right, day 1. What's up, guys? Finishing up a hard, tough day out here on Guntersville. The scales are open. Let's go ahead and bag them up. See how we're looking.
You might be short. You might want to throw them out.
All right, there we go, guys. See how we're looking at the scales.
Uh-oh, that one this side, Rich. I need checking. You need to be checking. I mean, I'm just I mean, think about the last time I took a leak.
Hold on, man. That's a Georgia bass.
Check
Man.
the
That's a Georgia bass,
Like the
man.
last time I took a leak. It wasn't that much different.
Look like a little
You're supposed to
fish.
take the biggest one.
He wasn't the biggest.
Hey, that's a Georgia bass, man.
That was the biggest one.
That's the shortest
You
though.
check the smallest one. You're supposed to check the biggest one.
That feels like it came out of Hartwell.
All right, Ryan got 2, 413. 413.
All right. Good catch.
He biggest, but he
Way a
he
big
sucking.
fish.
We want your biggest. Put him in there.
We ain't big enough. Finally get to say that. Fun the rope.
All right, right here's big fish. 213.
Appreciate it, sir. All right, there we go. Let me pause it real quick. So that's Carlton Ponder right there. Congratulations to Carlton. He had the big fish of the day. It was a little under 5 pounds. So he was out there doing his thing, trying to make sure he got a check and got that big fish win. So that is day one big fish, Carlton Ponder. Congratulations on that. All right, let's go ahead and keep taking a look, guys.
I guess it pays better not to see number 1, right?
You've been up in 2 years practicing.
Hey, man, I'm just
All right, let's see what Chicken Hawk guy
What the
has,
excuses,
guys.
huh? I thought you was mine.
It's day one.
Okay, well, thought we was fishing too then.
I know. It's day one.
Well,
Hey,
see
whoa,
you
whoa,
on-
whoa,
I
whoa,
was-
whoa,
You
whoa,
check it? You can check it?
Lay him on that ruler, man.
They're thinking it might be a little short.
Holla, holla. Look, you can do what you want to do with it.
With my scissors.
You can. Yeah, I know you better. Oh, I should have. I should have.
You got him.
You should have took that hand with that.
I did.
Hey, look here. I take my L. Weed boy was an L today.
My bitch said, I'm grown.
Well,
I'm grown.
You got the keeper right there.
What you want to say?
It's a keeper. You damn right it's a keeper. It's a keeper all day long.
What you want to say to your peoples?
Hey. See, they hating on me. They hating on me. But you know, you can't keep a good man down. See, I got a whole lot more, but I couldn't do nothing. Go on here and grow some more, baby. I'll come back and get you. Look at you, confused. Still concussed. He's still concussed. Go on.
All right, guys. So this right here is basically camping. So at the end of the tournament,
All right, so
you
I
get out
start
here
the
and camp.
truck up, plug in that mattress. It has auto inflate. Getting ready for the night. Got Carlos down there on the grill. Getting the fire set up.
All right, so this is just showing you a just a quick setup of how how I get everything set up. So my tent actually mounts right on the back of my boat. So I just put a air mattress in there, set my tent up, and it's good to go. On cold nights, I have a little heater that will go inside of the tent. So it's a real nice, quick, easy setup. Setting it up takes 10 minutes or something. So. And then head straight to the grill, guys.
All right, getting ready on the grill.
Nice and relaxing.
Music playing.
All right, there we go. So that is the end of day one. So that is day one. Where's Chicken Hawk at, man? I want to hear what Chicken Hawk has to say. So yes, as you guys can see, it is tough. It is extra tough out there on the lake. But we are fishing the top 10 guys. Actually, it was the top 9. I think, like I said, we may have had a few co-anglers that just came along. So tough day. But your boy with those 2 fish is actually sitting in second place right now. First place was just the big fish of the day. So everybody is out there struggling, guys. And it's one of those things when you're out there and you're having a tough day. We've all had those days. you're always wondering, is it just me or is it everybody that is doing the same thing? So prior to the tournament, I had already heard that it was tough out there on the lake. Unless you're someone that can get out there, figure that stuff out, or maybe you've been in the area and you have been fishing the lake, you may have an idea of what to get out there and do. Me, I did not. So I'm out there winging it, guys. As you can see, I'm out there going shallow first. Then I'm heading out to some offshore. Then I'm going back shallow. Then I'm going to docks. Hey, I'm trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. So let's go ahead and take a look at some comments, and maybe Chicken Hawk will be coming in here. But let me go ahead and drop this link in here. So if Chicken Hawk does pop up, I hope he's not out there hiding, guys. He got to come out here and represent for his people. This is day one. So this is day one. You never know what's going to happen on this lake because they have 6, 7, 8 pounders and bigger in this lake. So 2 fish can change this whole tournament for the whole tournament outcome. All right. So I dropped the link in the comment section. This link is for Chicken Hawk. If you are in the comments, your fans, your people are out here. Well, there's a few that so we're going to go through here and I'm going to look and see if any of Chicken Hawk's people are in here because there were some people. Okay. Okay. So I think I see him in the chat, in the comments. He's over there in the chat right now. So it's about to get real, guys. It's about to get real. So let's see. Let me see. Without further ado, let's go ahead and see who we have here. Who is this? What is that you have on your head?
Don't you worry about it, man. I'm still out there looking for them bass, man.
Wait a minute. The tournament is over already.
Don't you worry about it.
So you out there with a light trying to find the fish?
Don't you worry about all that. Don't you worry about all that. You are lucky.
What you mean? This is just day one.
That you're extremely lucky that it was that it was 15 inches and not 14 inches.
Wait a minute. That would be like being on a lake that's 12 inches and say, hey, I'm lucky that it's not 11. If you got to catching small fish, you can't come over here complaining about the lake. Talking about, hey man, it's the rules fault. It's the size limit fault.
Hey man, it was tough out there.
So I know you said you caught a ton of fish.
I did get stuff.
That's a lot of weight. A ton.
You know, it was ugly. It was ugly.
All right. So look, so we played day one. We're about to get into day two. Who knows what's going to happen on day two? We're going to see what's going to happen on day two.
Hey, man, I saw you. I think you put a hoodoo on my boat.
No, that wasn't
night.
No, man, that's not what that was.
Had to.
I just rubbed some chicken liver on the bottom of your hull because I knew you was gonna be shallow. Brought in some catfish.
That's what I've been. I've been outside looking through my boat, see if you had a banana. You put a banana somewhere on my boat. for day two.
So look. So all right, and so the mods, I have some mods in the chat. Anybody that has a wrench next to their name, whenever you see some of these spam ads pop in there, I believe all you have to do is click on the 3 buttons to the side, and you guys can block those users. Because I see we have some that keep popping in here every once in a while. But what I want to do is go back up here because I'm looking to see where your people at. Where is Harry at? Was it Shimano Shane? I can't remember. But the question that I asked was, who do they think is going to take it? Do they think it's going to be Chicken Hawk or Money Bass? And to drop it in the comments. So this is what we have so far. We have Mark E. Scott. He's saying Money Bass. So I mean, day one, y'all can see Money Bass is sitting in a little lead. Money Bass did a little something out there. I mean, it was tough. It wasn't like I was out there killing it. But I did a little something to keep me in the runnings, guys. I'm not way out of the game. So that's the name of the game with this. So the other thing, guys, what we are doing is we are fishing for mainly is going to be the angler of the year point. The angler of the year will be determined by this, and also the winner of the tournament. So my main goal is really getting the angler of the year title and to show somebody a little, teach somebody a lesson. So those are the 2 things that I'm shooting for in this. What was your goal with Chicken Hawk? What was you out there trying to do?
Hey man, I was just out there for the camaraderie, man. I was out there for the camaraderie. See, and you know what? Look, I played pool. I used to shoot. Some people call it billiards. Okay.
Okay.
I shot pool when I was younger, right?
Gotcha.
And when I did, you know, to get somebody where you want them, you let them get a little bit. You know, you let them get close. You might let them win or two here, but then when the stakes count, that's when you bust their head.
Oh, so you come and bust them. Okay, so we about to get to that busting in just a second. So we gonna see. All right, so we had Mark Scott says Money Bass. Then we had Gail at Night. Look at that. We had Gail. Look at what Gail at Night did. Well, actually, let me just show you something. Let me catch you up real quick. We got Maggie has hopped back in here. Look at that. Maggie is supporting the channel. She's not even a fisherman. Maggie just want to cook some fish because she has a cooking channel. Then we have Gail at Night. Look at the ladies. They coming through supporting the channel. They ain't even fishing. What's going on with that? Then we have Mark Scott. Look at Mark Scott. He hit that membership button. So now he is a member of the money team. And he is also the first one to say Money Bass. All right. Then we got Gail at Night says Money Bass. Who else do we have? Hold on. Where's the rest of it?
That's hate.
Oh man, look at your partner. Darren Pearson says Chicken Hawk is going down.
He's gonna put me down. That's all right though. That's okay.
Man, we're trying to find your people. They knew you was gonna be on. Okay, let's see. So then Texas Noop says going to be Money Bass. Red Boat. Red Boat says
he was out there.
Red Boat says Money Bass. What does Maggie the substitute teacher say? Let's see. What is she gonna say? Chicken bass. What is going on with that? Chicken bass.
She close. She close.
She's close, huh? All right. And then, then we have Red Boat says Chicken Hawk does not look too happy.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Let me explain something. See, I mean, it was rough. It was rough.
Yeah, it was rough. But look, guys, we're about to get into day 2. So you guys have to watch day 2. You never know what's going to happen around here in these parts around here. All right, let's see who. Okay, Gail thought that was pretty funny. And look at Maggie. She's talking about almond flour, coconut flour, casting on the chicken. Oh man, so she's talking about frying up some chicken. Oh man. All right.
That's how they gonna do me.
Oh,
that's man, okay.
I don't know why they doing you like that, Chicken Hawk. Let me see. Hold on. Let me just check something real quick. Where are we at? All right. Then we have, so Academic Mailbox. He's keeping us up with these changes that are going on in the fishing industry right now, in the fishing world. I have not caught up on this stuff yet, but he says Jason Christie did an October month junk fishing lesson on his channel, which might be relevant to November month in South Carolina and Georgia. Might be one to feature on the next live stream. All right. So yeah, so that's a thought. All right. And then we have Red Boat says, Money, did you start out shallow and then went deep, or did you spend most of your time offshore? Yes, that is exactly what I did. I started off shallow and then I went deep. The fish were out there, but I am not familiar enough with Guntersville to be able to capitalize on those fish that I'm seeing.
I couldn't make them bite either.
What you mean?
I was out there.
Out where?
I was out there deep.
Man, you was out there hiding. I was saying, hey man, where the clips at? What's going on? Where you at? Give me an update.
That's the thing. I started out shallow. Started out in the grass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a great day because I did. Second cast of the day. Whoo! Bring him to the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Then it just kind of died out. But later on that day, see, now this is where the skills come in. I know DC
the skills.
Yeah, this is where the skills come in.
Okay.
Where I'm looking around, and it was about probably about 2:00.
Mm-hmm.
No, about 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
Gotcha.
Georgia time. So it was noon, Alabama time. So I was, and this is where I kind of slept a little bit because I saw this earlier and didn't react to it. Okay. But I was fishing off of a bluff, right? And over to the right, saw a fish bust.
That was a carp.
No, it wasn't a carp. Then I saw another fish bust right over in that same area. So I worked my way over there, and I started throwing what I had. And I realized, I mean, they didn't even touch it. And I said, well, you know what? They busting on this top. So I'm, paying attention to what's going on. The current was flowing. The current was flowing strong right around this. I said they're ambushing. See, that's skills. You understand?
Are you sure those weren't catfish?
They weren't catfish.
Okay,
and then so what I did at that point, I said, you know what? Maybe I need to throw a fluke. So I tied on a fluke, threw the fluke out there, whoop, 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 boom, blew up on it, but it didn't hook. So it went down. So you know what I said?
Mm-hmm.
What did I always do? What I tell you? I said, you know what? They blowing up on it, and they're not really getting a hold of this fluke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw my famous pop-off. Okay, so I tied on my pop-off, threw it out there, pop, 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 boom, blew up on it.
Boom!
And you know me.
Wait a minute.
Calm and collected.
Did you say boom
for a second?
Wait, boom like an explosion?
Boom! We blew up out the water.
Ooh, okay, I got that. Had to be.
And I waited for a second.
6, 7, 8 pounder. Okay.
Then I set the hook, brought him to, me, when I set the hook, he comes to the boat.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to tell you this part. Just know when I set the hook, at the end of the story, they end up in the boat. Okay.
Oh, hey, I hear you. Okay.
Boom,
So you caught that boat. Monster. They
and
got that monster.
At that point,
wait a minute. Wait a minute. You skip it. You said boom, like this was an explosion, and you got him to the boat. I mean, we're waiting to see this hog. I mean, what did he weigh? I mean,
I got to the boat. He was fat. He was fat fish.
Yeah, because they got like 6, 7, 8 pounders on Guntersville, especially when you hear an explosion. Go ahead.
He was a fat fish, but he was real short.
Hold on a second, man.
They got a bunch of fat, short fish in Guntersville.
Wait a minute, man. How you gonna say it was boom like a big explosion, and then the fish wasn't even a keeper?
Because if we blew up on it, I brought him in, and at that point, I was like, I knew you weren't catching nothing. I mean, I didn't even have to ask you. I was just like, I hadn't gotten any text messages, so I knew you weren't catching anything. So I said,
it was tough.
So when I got that, I was like, oh, it's game over. It's game over.
All right.
I had already started writing up my plan for taking over your channel and everything. So I laid the fish on the scale, and to my surprise, this fish was 14, a little bit over 14 inches.
Oh, you were surprised?
I was very much surprised. So I took it, I threw him back. I took the old pop-off workout again, threw it back out there. Boop, 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 boop. Boom! Blew up on it again.
Ooh, okay. Now, hey,
I said, it's over.
That was bigger than the first boom.
Brought him in. And I mean, they were fighting hard too.
Okay.
Got the fish in, pulled the fish into the boat.
So you own them.
I'm on them. They were just blowing up. They're blowing up all.
Goodness gracious, they blowing up like that. And I mean, that boom you talking about. I mean, we know those about to be some monsters.
He was real fat.
Okay.
He was short.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't be talking about boom and then talk about it.
Man, this went on. I caught 5 fish in a row off of 6 casts.
Oh, okay. So you got a limit right off the bat. Okay.
They were all short.
5. All of them were short.
Yeah.
So you was over there fishing in kindergarten? What's going on? What's going on with that, man? What are you doing over there fishing for them babies? Come on, man.
Hey, man.
That's a violation.
You gotta stay. Those fish, man, they were short. They were short.
All right, well, look, let's go ahead and get through these comments real quick, and then we're gonna take a look at day 2. Let's see what else they have to say in here. All right, so we have S. George. You might look who what's up from the masked bastard Tid, but you see how he kind of did a play off of the words, the bass. All All right. Okay, guys. Yes, please make sure you guys click the like button while you were, taking a look at the video. If you didn't already hit the like button, make sure you hit it. It really does help out the channel. Appreciate that, Gail. All right. Then we have C219 Troll says, got a tournament on Lake Blackshear Saturday and next weekend on Lake Secession. All right. There you go. All right. Yeah. Be interested to hear how you're doing out there. All right. And here you go. This is when you coming in here. Word on the streets is I'm getting disrespected in here. What kind of word on the street were you hearing out there?
I'm just here. I'm seeing the disrespect. I'm seeing the disrespect.
All right. Then Redbow says, what? I'm not sure what he's referring to. All right. And then so we have Academic Mailbox. He's in the comment section. So he's giving you guys some updates as far as what's going on in the fishing industry, in the fishing world. I'm not really keeping up with that right now, but I may have to get back to that. So, it's what's going on in our industry. So we do need to keep up with it. All right, guys. So what we are going to do now is take a look at day two. Day two. What is going to happen? Let me see. Let me add this in here. Okay. So day two. All right. You ready? Let's take a look. I'm ready. Let's take a look.
All right, out here getting ready for day two, guys. Gotta see how it's gonna go.
Chicken Hawk said he don't like that new name. Stick to Chicken Hawk.
Hey, why everybody talking? We found some things, we saw some things, we caught some fish. They happen to be a little short, but we're gonna go back out there and handle some business. If those fish had grown 1 inch, Money Bass would be in a whole lot of trouble. And we're gonna find them ones that's 1 inch long.
So what's your plan for today?
Whoop that trick. Hey man, look, just like I told you yesterday, get your stretches in so you get that net ready.
I'm coming in with 16 pounds today.
Oh Lord, you better have some weights with you.
And we always have fun out there in the morning. Everybody have to do a little talking.
All right, then, that's all you need. You might have to use it.
All right, here you go, people. My second fish of the day. Do not have any keepers. The time is 11:01. Weigh in is at 2 o'clock. So time is ticking, guys. Got to get some fish to the boat. Let's keep on working. All right, there we go, guys. That is my third fish of the day. Finally got a keeper to the boat. Hey, it is tough. So this may be all that is needed for me to stay on the boards, guys. And there you go. Gotta love it. All right, wanted you guys to take a look at the type of grass out here that I'm fishing. There's kind of clumps of grass that's just barely submerged throughout this area out here. So if you look across the water, you can't really see much. But as you look closer into the water, I don't know if you can see those light spots in there, but you can see like some little shell beds and looks like areas where maybe it may be some brim beds or something like that, kind of cleared out. But the water is very shallow. It's only about 1 foot deep out here. All right, so that's pretty much the game plan, guys. It is 11:59. I have about 1 hour. Well, we have to check in at 2, so I have about an hour and 50 minutes to go out here. So I'll just keep doing this for the rest of the day, pretty much. I don't need 5. I just need enough to keep my points up. Looking for that angler of the year, guys. A win for the tournament, that would be nice, but that's really not my main concern right now. Just out here going through these little patches of grass, so I think you guys can see that right there. Like I said, we're out here very, very shallow. Right, so here is something else you can take a look at on your 360. All right, let me pause it real quick and just show you guys something.
All right. So the baits that I was showing you earlier that I'm throwing in that grass, I'm throwing a rattle trap, and believe it or not, depending on how dense that grass is, you can get that rattle trap to fit through there. So that first short fish that you saw me holding up, that's what I was catching those with at first. So I believe I caught 2 like that, but they weren't keepers. But it did let me know that I was in the area where those fish were located at. But the main thing that I would throw in that grass to get those fish, because I knew that the majority of bites were coming on some type of bait fish from me seeing them chase those fish throughout the lake. And if you listen to Chicken Hawk, that was the same thing that he mentioned, is that they were hitting a lot on top water. They were coming up chasing those fish. So I downsized, like I mentioned a little earlier, this flashy swimmer. And the thing about this is you can pull this and get that through that grass. So even when it hits those clumps of grass, you're able to pull that through because it is a weedless style bait. So that is what I was primarily using. And I was getting hits on that. The hook that I have on here, let me just show you guys that also. The hook that I have, I don't know if you can see it, but it is a real stout hook. That thing is thick. So there were times where the fish would hit it. They would start running with it. They would hit it hard, but they would let it go, but I wouldn't have enough time to set the hook before that fish spit that bait back out. But if I had a thinner wire hook, I believe I would have been able to catch those fish. So if you're going out there, that may be just something to keep in mind. So if you do locate the fish, these are some baits that can be effective. You just have to find those larger caliber fish. So yeah, it was tough. It was tough, man. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look. And like I said, guys, I always like bringing some information to you guys that can help you out as far as your electronics, the lures that we're using, things like that, to help you guys have a productive day out there on the water. So what I was doing is, again, this is tournament time, guys. So during the tournament, I'm stopping, putting the poles down for a second and taking the time to show you guys what I'm looking at and how I am targeting things on the water. What are you looking at, Chicken Hawk? What's going on over there?
Just go ahead.
All right, so here we go, guys. Hold on just a second. Let me get caught back up where I was supposed to be. Hold on, just bear with me. I clicked on the wrong spot. Where were we at? Okay, this. Like I said, we're out here very, very shallow. Right, so here is something else you can take a look at on your 360. So I have both of the settings a little different. This one is a little darker. I have this one hitting a little bit brighter. So when you look on here, this right here is a ledge. So we're leaving this grassy area, and right here, this is a very steep drop off. So something that you can use this for is to just get back and use your rings right here to determine how far you are away from that ledge. Make your cast right to the top of it, and then let your Carolina rig, shaky head, crankbait, whatever it is you choose to use, can just fall right off of that ledge. Look at that. That is a very detailed and nice picture. So this one on the top is my 12-inch unit, and this one down here is the 10-inch unit. So there you go. And then you can see the rocks and everything out here as that drops off. We're sitting in 15 feet of water. Yeah, that 360 looks good. I have about 10-15 minutes left of fishing, but I forgot to show you my settings. So let's just hit the menu button once on each one of these. Menu, and there you go. On the 10-inch screen, those are my settings. And on the 12-inch screen, there's my settings on there. And let's just go to 360 enhance down here on this unit. So that way you can see my settings on there. So as you can see, this one is a little bit darker. It enables you to see that ledge. I'm on the other side of the ledge now, so I'm sitting in 30 feet. So you remember this up here, I was anywhere from 5 to 9 feet, and that was a very big drop off right there. So I'm just casting my bait just over on top of that ledge and just slowly bringing it over and letting it fall down. Isn't really working too well, but that's the way it goes sometimes, guys. Have a little bit more time out here to see if I can make something else happen. All right, let's get back to work. All right, guys, finishing up a brutal day number 2. All right, let's see how everybody did for the day. See what Chicken Hawk has to say, and let you guys see what the verdict is, how things turned out. What's up? All right, let's go find Chicken Hawk. What you get? Chicken Hawk, why you going the wrong way?
Like a hell coming. You gotta check, make sure both make sure trailer right, man.
Hey, it's time for the weigh-in.
Huh? Okay, I'll be over there watching, man.
It's time for the weigh-in. Where your bag at?
I got in late, so it just DQ'd me.
They DQ'd you?
Yes, I threw them out the water when I was over there.
Wait a minute. But you was here before I got back.
Them going to the house.
Hey, yeah, man. But that I had came.
All right, we'll check back in with Chicken Hawk. He gonna have to get his story straight. We'll be back. All right, hold on, guys. Let me just pause it real quick. Let me just see. So that was the end of day 2. But what I wanted to say real quick is look who we have. Finally joining us. Where your backup been? We got Harry. Says, how are you doing, Money Bastard? The Hawk. Man, Harry didn't throw his vote in there earlier. I'm looking in here. Yeah, he didn't put his vote in there for Chicken Hawk. But
don't worry about it.
We're at the end of day 2. Let's see what happened. I mean, as you can see, it was a struggle. So I went into it knowing that it was going to be a struggle. Guntersville for me is always pretty much tough. Unless what I have found is when the weather is bad, extremely bad on Guntersville, I do better. But you know, it's like you're taking life and death chances in order to catch those fish when you go out there on Guntersville on those type of days. But yeah, so we have Harry checking in, and then let's see what he says. Some of us has to work, been driving 6 hours from Richmond, Virginia. All right, well, hey, appreciate you taking the time to get. It's all good. So now you guys have seen day 1 and day 2. Chicken Hawk is not showing us what's in that live well yet, but it's time for the weigh-in. It is time for the weigh-in and time for some results. And remember, again, we are fishing for, of course, to see who wins this individual tournament, who is going to take first, second, third, and big fish on Lake Guntersville. And this is also going to determine the angler of the year, because it was kind of tight. I went into the angler of the year leading, I think, by like 8.5 pounds, something like that. So I knew the guys had to catch some decent bags in order to be able to catch me. And with that cold front coming in, I was pretty confident with that. But as far as trying to win the tournament, I knew that wasn't something that, you know, I was going to be looking to do. I just wanted to maintain my angler of the year lead, and also, you know, just have a little fun with Chicken Hawk out there on the lake. All right, so let me go ahead and pull this back up. All right, so now we're gonna head to the weigh-in. Let's see what we got, guys.
Going fishing. 1 fish, 1 alive. 18 ounces. 248. All right.
248. Wow.
Okay. All right. All right. There we go, guys. 248.
Third place goes to.
Hold on a second.
Richard.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He is already announcing the weights. What? Did we skip something? I mean, he's announced. Let me go back real quick, because he's announcing the weights. We're gonna need some explanations coming on in here. We need to see what is going. Let's just listen one more time. All right, there we go. 2.48. Okay.
Third place goes to Keith Richard.
Third place, Keith Richard. All right.
What? Second place goes to Roy Phillips.
Second place, Roy Phillips. Okay.
First place go to Ryan Johnson.
First place, Money Bass.
Big fish day one, Carlson.
What?
86.
What?
Big.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. What is going on? Let me what is going on around here? Did he say first place money bass? That was completely unexpected. But Chicken Hawk, you didn't. I mean, what's going on?
It was tough. We got on some late, and I misappropriated my time.
Misappropriation of funds.
Yeah, because there was a hog at the end of one of these trees, and I spent at least 40 minutes trying to catch it.
Man, that was a catfish.
No, it wasn't a catfish. It was not a catfish. We saw the fish jump out. Fish was exploding up on these fish. He rolled over. I mean, just gigantic bass.
You said it rolled over?
I knew if I'd have come.
But wait a minute. You said it rolled over? That was a carp.
No, he jumped out of the water, and he blew up on some shad, and he came back down. Oh,
that was a carp. That was a carp.
No, it wasn't a carp.
Man,
it was a bass.
Oh, okay.
It was a bass. It was a
when you said it rolled over. When you said it rolled over like that, I thought
it was a gigantic bass, and I spent a lot of time trying to get this bass to bite.
Wait, what did Harry say? What did Harry say?
It wasn't a catfish, Harry. It was a bass. I saw the bass.
Maybe he was wrong. What was it, Harry?
It was not a striper.
You
would think it was a striper, but it was a bass. It was a largemouth bass. It was a bass.
Wait a minute. Or could
it was not a carp.
It wasn't.
It was a bass. And if I would have caught that bass, that was game over. That'll wipe out your whole bag.
All right. Well, look, let's just go ahead and.
But I didn't get you.
Let's see if they. Let's just go ahead and I think this is almost the end. Let's see. Congratulations to Carl. Okay, here we go.
Number two, shake his hand.
He told me
Hercules, he told me. You can do two things. You can shake his hand or say, "Hey, I'm number one."
Because I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna never do that.
Oh Lord! What happened, Eldred? What happened?
Fish, we couldn't get the fight, man. I saw the winner that would have whooped his. I definitely would have whooped his.
But you did.
You're right, I did. I did.
First day you had one fish, right?
Hey, how many you had first day?
0.
Okay.
But it was two. You said it was a 2-day tournament.
Did I tell you that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That don't sound like something.
All right. There we go. And congratulations to Carlton. He had big fish. All right. So there we go. That's all she wrote, man. What is going on with that? What is going on with that?
Look, man.
Let me drop this link in here real quick, just in case any of your fans want to come up. And then we'll take a look at these comments. But what were you saying?
Like I told you, man. I mean, it was a rough day. But I'm still on for Logan Martin. It's a different type of fishing.
Wait a minute, man. We talking about Guntersville. What's the Oh, look. So you got somebody out there says Chicken Hawk wins even when he loses. Oh, okay. All right.
That's it, baby. That's how I do. You see what I'm saying? That's how I do. That's what winners do.
All right. And then you guys make sure you take a look at the comments that academic mailbox are kind of long, so I'll let you guys read those in the chat section. But he's giving you guys some updates on what's going on in the fishing world. Maybe I can drop some information about that maybe tomorrow or Friday, and we'll get caught up on that information. All right. And then we have Darren Pearson says we need to confirm him to be using Livescope or Mega Live. Just ask him about John Cox. You don't want to get DP up here on you. You don't want to get him on your head coming up here talking about this Livescope. I mean, this ban in the Livescope, live imaging, Mega Live stuff. All right, so let's see. Redboat said, I was saying, what on all those big explosions, and Hawk was fishing for fingerlings, but great catches on small ones, Hawk. All right, yeah, Hawk was out there doing his thing.
I was blowing them up, man. I was killing them. Like I told you, man, if they bite my hook, it's over. They in the boat. Period.
All right.
But you know, that was the deal.
All right, and then we have Redboat says, I have caught bass in grass like that on a chatterbait, fishing off the edge. Yes,
that's what I caught my first one on. That's what I caught my first one on.
Yeah,
in the grass on a chatterbait.
And he says, and the lipless was great too that you were fishing with. Yes, so the chatterbait, I didn't throw that. I threw that that flashy swimmer instead because I knew it was weedless too, and I just figured coming through that thicker grass patches that I was throwing it in, maybe the blades of the chatterbait may pull in a little more grass on each cast, but that flashy swimmer is able to
you gotta know how to work
to pull through.
You gotta know how to work. Some people don't know how to work.
All right, then Harry says, how are you doing, Money Bass? And okay, so we took a look at that. All right, let's see. Taking it like a man to Hawk. Money has a short memory about getting a twig after he had been practicing.
Exactly. Hey, exactly. Man, you got a little short memory. I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna remind him of some things. That's what I'm gonna do.
I mean, you gotta catch a little twig fish every now and then. All right. Then we had to step through that real quick. Catfish, striper, carp, bass. No. All right. Then Mark Scott says, great time tonight, Ryan. Enjoy. Feel bad for Chicken Hawk. Oh man, if I had
don't feel bad, baby. Don't feel bad. I'm just, don't feel bad. I'm just setting him up. I'm setting him up for the body, for the knockout punch.
So this was part of Chicken Hawk's strategy. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. This is what Muhammad Ali used to call the rope-a-dope. Sit back, take a few punches. But then when you not look, wham!
Y'all see where Chicken Hawk come from, because he will not give up. Chicken Hawk does not give up. So here he says, Money got the blank a couple of tournaments ago and was excited about a twig, if my memory serves me correct.
Yes. Your memory serves you very much correct. He actually set the hook and told somebody to get the net for that.
Hey man, listen, when days are that tough, when I catch a stick, hey, I mean, it still brightens my day a little bit, because that's like, at least I caught something. At least I caught something. Man. All right. And then Mark says, congratulations, Ryan, on the Angler of the Year. Yes. So I did not mention that. So yes. So that tournament went ahead and solidified 2022 Angler of the Year. As you guys saw, we had the top 10 out there. We just happened to hit the lake at the time where it was tough. And as you guys saw, those other tournaments that were out there, it was some guys that were out there able to figure some things out. But we don't fish Guntersville that often. So we got stuck in that. We got stuck in the mix of being out there struggling. Looks like it pretty much happened to everybody. Because as you saw, I was able to pull off a first place finish with the with the results that I had. All right, then Harry says, I still roll with you, Hawk. Look at you. See, you still got your fans.
We strong, because I'm gonna handle you. And when I handle you, it's gonna be ugly.
Wait a minute. Look, what does this say right here? Redbow says, we got a trophy, we got a ribbon, and we got a medal. Which one can Hawk borrow? Let's see. Which one can he borrow? Let me see. Maybe I can let him borrow that. Where is it at? That one right there. Is that the one? Borrow that one right there. Or maybe, let me see. Move out of the way. How about a Don't show him that.
I got him over here too.
Don't show him that.
Him too, baby.
Don't show him that.
Hey, don't worry about it.
All right. And then we have Harry. He says, tried to come on. Need to get you two up to Lake Cumberland next year. About halfway for you all and myself. Okay. Lake Cumberland.
He's scared, Harry. He's scared.
Man, come on, man. Don't make me have to come up to Lake Cumberland.
He wants to spend all his day on Lanier. That's really where he wants to
Nah, I mean, we might have to handle some business out on Logan Martin. We'll see.
I mean, when you gonna do it, baby?
We'll have to, but look, we gotta. So, hey guys, let's see who's in the chat. Does anybody remember what the wager was for Lake Guntersville? Let's just see what
There
they have
was
to
no
say.
wager for
Let
Lake Guntersville.
if
We didn't
anyone
put anything down
remembers,
we didn't
wait a
put
minute.
anything down
Let's
on.
just see, man. If anyone remembers, was there a wager, any type of wager on Guntersville? Does anybody, if anybody remembers what that might have been, drop it down in the chat. I just want to see.
Hey, no, you just need to read what Harry just wrote. That's what I've been
Okay,
trying
let's
to tell
see.
you.
Looks like fun was had regardless. He is setting him up for the crossover. Listen, Harry,
That's it.
listen. He's been setting me up for this crossover for about 8 years. About
What?
8 years. When does the crossover, if he is setting up and the crossover happens, how many years is it in the making?
2023.
Okay, so Nick, okay, all right.
2023.
All right, and then we got Harry says, I showed him what net he was using. Minnow net. Congrats, money, on the win and angler of the year. All right, really appreciate it.
Don't congratulate that dude.
Oh man, it was tough. It was definitely tough. But I just want to give another shout out to, who was it? Let me get back up here real quick. Give a quick shout out to Maggie, the substitute teacher. Really appreciate it. Gail at Night, really appreciate it. And you guys make sure you check out their YouTube channels. And then once again, we have Mark E. Scott. He is a member of the Money Team, guys. So make sure you take a look down below. Click that join button. You will see a video that will give you the information and just the little perks that you will get as a member of the Money Team. All right, so really appreciate that. And also, just to everybody in general for showing up, continuing to support the channel. Make sure you guys hit the like button also. All right, so I'm going to drop the link in here real quick. Wait a minute. It looks like somebody, they might know a little something that you're hiding from. Why is Harry pleading the fifth? What could he actually be referring to? Let's see. What's up, Steve? We got Steve checking in. Steve says, love your attitudes and the camaraderie. Hey, man, see, that's what I tell him. Can we all just get along? It's about camaraderie. But Chicken Hawk is always trying to kill the chicken. Why can't we get along? Why can't we just get along? Doesn't get better than that. Congratulations. All right, really appreciate that. All right, so you said you can't quite recall about a little wager that may... Was it?
I don't remember saying anything about that.
What's all this? What's something wrong with your neck?
I don't remember
What's
saying.
going on your neck? Uh-oh.
I don't remember anything about that.
Red Boat might be right.
I don't know anything about that.
Let's see. Let me just show you a name that might look familiar right here, because you know this is the person that kind of documents some certain things. You might know who that is right there. Let's see. He is also known as. Let's see, where is he at? He is also known as. That's his AKA. All right, so you might know who that is right there. So we might have to check in and see what he has on that notepad. All right, so I'm gonna drop this link in here real quick. I've been running for almost going on 2 hours, guys. But I'm going to drop this link real quick. If somebody wants to come up, we may stay on for maybe like 3 more minutes, 5 more minutes, something like that. But make sure you guys hit the like button. Again, it really does help out the channel. And who knows? I mean, the Hawk may be coming out with his channel too. I mean, I don't know. We're going to see what does the future hold for the Chicken Hawk.
A lot of dubs.
Wait a minute. A lot of what?
A lot of dubs, baby. A lot of dubs.
Oh, because what do they call that right there down at the bottom of the screen? What?
I don't know about that.
They don't call that some dubs too. All right. So yeah, it looks like nobody's coming up this time, but yeah, we've been going for quite a minute on this one, but I mean, we had a good time on the lake. And guys, I mean, so we get out there, we go pre-fishing, we share information, even though, I mean, we're competing against each other. I mean, we're hitting each other. I know you're not going to sit there and make that face after I showed you my rods, the line, the baits I had set up. Oh, look at it.
You showed me one bait.
Oh, Oh, I showed you. So I didn't tell you about that buzz jet before you went out there?
Huh?
Did I tell you about the buzz jet?
No, you didn't tell me about that.
Man, I showed you that buzz jet, and I showed you the fish that I caught it on.
I don't remember that, man. I don't remember that part.
Let's. What just happened? What just happened?
Good evening, guys.
Who is that?
How's it going, man?
Hold on. Where we at? Where we at?
There we go.
What is going on, Harry?
Well, you know, Hawk, you know, every blind squirrel finds an acorn every once in a while, and that's what money did to you, you know?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, but why'd you just compare your man to a blind squirrel?
I was talking about you.
Exactly.
You was a blind squirrel with a pinging, you know, when you got that ding with Mega Live.
Exactly.
Hey, as you saw, that Mega Live did not come into play. We did some chicken hawk style of fishing this time, ain't that right, Chicken Hawk?
No,
Chicken
you
Hawk
actually did.
He said that he would dip his finger down in the water and taste it and be like, okay, the fish are gonna be over on the point facing north. He reached down there and pulled out some of the grass and okay, they're gonna be biting on a chatterbait from 2 to 3 o'clock. So he was basing it. He was in there going off a skill, man. I mean, how much better can you get than that?
Hey, but when I went back to my spot again, the conditions were different, and that's when I knew I was in trouble.
You did adapt.
Yeah, because that second day I went back to the spot where I was killing them, and I got there and it was perfectly calm.
Man, so you were killing them on practice day?
No, I killed them on the first day of the tournament.
Wait a minute, are you sure we're not talking about practice? I mean,
I don't talk about practice.
You and Harry talking about practice.
I talk about the game. So that first day, I went over there. I read the conditions, saw the way the water was being pulled. It was coming right around it, and you could tell they were ambushing.
Gotcha.
And so I said, okay, and they were killing them. Most people went on. I was the only person over there just bringing them in. And I left there after a while because I was like, you know what?
What day?
I can sit here and just catch fish all day if I want to.
Whoa, that was Sunday?
That was Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. And you were just bringing them in like that?
I was bringing them in like that, but they were all short.
When we just showed the video, did I clip that part out? Because I didn't.
I was bringing them in like that, but they were all short.
Oh, so what if I was out there? I mean, because I was out there killing some brim too. I was, I took a break and I was killing them, but they weren't helping me.
All largemouth bass. But what I said was, I was like, well, I'm not going to waste any more time here because it looks like that's just they school. It looked like it must have been a school and they were all around the same size. So, after I caught like 5 of them, I was just like, I just don't think I can stay here and catch them all day, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and try to go somewhere else. But I figured I'd come back the next day. If water was being pulled, maybe it'll be a different, because it was a perfect.
Yeah, that definitely would have helped if there was some movement, but it wasn't. But I mean, I know.
Let me tell you something. When I caught, that big one on Sunday that I wasn't able to get the bite.
What?
Don't you worry about it. The one I couldn't get the bite on Sunday, I was in the same kind of condition. But it was a tree out there. It was not a carp, and so it was a striper, and it wasn't a catfish. And like I said, the water was being pulled, so it had a nice little current. That fish was sitting there ambushing, and that's what they were doing. That's what they were doing all over the lake.
You know what I just thought about?
What?
You know what I just thought about? Next time I come out there, you can weigh in. I'll let you weigh in carp too.
Look, man, it was a largemouth bass. But let me explain something to you. What happens is, whenever you find that current, and especially this time of year, they're ambushing. So you find good ambush spots, and that's what I stayed on one end that I probably should have ventured out a little bit further. That was another mistake I made. I stayed
so
kind
on Guntersville, the thing that I've noticed is that the water seems like they pull it during the week. So you can get out there on practice and catch some fish and thinking that's going to be the same results on Saturday and Sunday, and they don't pull water. It's like dead calm, dead still, and that makes it tough. But I mean, as you saw at, well, I don't know if you were watching then, but that Fishers of Men tournament. Now they had, I think they said like 167 to 200 boats, some 100, somewhere around in there. So they had a lot of fishermen, and they had some guys that were able to figure out and catch those fish. But if you are, if you live in the area or you're a local, what?
Look here, man. I just moved to the area.
Don't you live at Gunners? How far is Gun? Wait a minute, man. You're a local on Guntersville. What is going on? How you go, man? You've been living there for 8 years. Listen, you've been living there for 8 years. You can't keep saying you just moved there.
I didn't get to watch the video. Was there any bait fish? Because I know when I was down there a couple years ago, if you found a bait fish,
yeah. So that was
the fish were there when I was down there. I mean, didn't matter. I mean, it could have been out in, I don't know which end of the lake you all were fishing.
Yeah, I stayed toward the south end because like I said, I wasn't really trying to go after some mega weight. I just needed to keep my points up, and I didn't want to burn gas running way up the lake because it's
But there were bait fish. There were bait fish on the end we were on.
Right. Yeah. So that's what I was gonna say is I found the same thing you did. Wherever I found that they were chasing those bait fish, and I would get up there and I would catch them, they would be short fish. I didn't catch any keepers out of whenever I found those bait fish. So it seems like to me those the bigger fish, and of course, I mean, you saw what my results were. The keepers that I caught were shallow, but I think the majority of those bigger fish, to me, in my opinion, have moved offshore because they said that they had been out there spraying and killing that grass too. So if you notice, like when you would find grass, it would be some live grass, but it would be dead grass and they're mixed in like that grass, had been treated or something. And who knows, maybe that whatever type of chemical that they use, obviously, I mean, if they spray something in the air to clear something, we would know something's in the air. So it may be the same for the fish. If they put something in the water, the fish will know that there's something there, and they will leave that area. So that's kind of what I was thinking, and that's why I ran offshore. And I did see those fish offshore, but like I said, I haven't put in the time on Guntersville in order to to capitalize on finding those fish offshore. And let me just say this too, because whenever I fish Eufaula, I noticed that even though I can locate brush and fish and stuff like that on Lanier, when I went to Eufaula, it took me a while to figure out how to locate the same thing on that lake. It just had a little bit of a different look to it. And so I'm kind of figuring and was finding out that Guntersville is also just a little bit different. So it's like when you're dialed in on a specific thing, but you have to change it just a little bit, it just takes a little time to adapt. But once you figure that out, I mean, and that's my thing. I think on my next trip to Guntersville, I just have that last piece of the puzzle that I have to figure out, because it took me a few trips to be able to start locating and finding those fish and how they set up on that river type system. But now, hey, I mean, I feel kind of good about it whenever I go back out there the next time based on what I found.
Well, did I hear you say you didn't want to run because you didn't want to burn gas? Are you that tight that you squeeze the buffalo that hard on the nickel? The buffalo.
Yes, he does.
Wait a minute. Can I borrow? Can I borrow that? Can I borrow that? Because I mean,
when you come to Lake Cumberland, I'll give you this nickel.
So you'll give me a lot. Yeah,
I may even give you one of them wiggle warts that are in the box.
Whoa, okay, all right. Chicken Hawk don't know about that.
Oh, Chicken Hawk song, and they work.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
and they do work at Guntersville too.
Yeah, but see, to me, this is the thing. So running where I was going to run on the lake, it would have been a long ride, but I had not put in the time on Guntersville.
Sure.
To I didn't want to run way up there and catch the same thing I was catching down here because I didn't put in the time to, to make it productive and worth that run to me. So I just figured I'd take my chances and grind it out where I was at. So as you saw in the videos, it wasn't like I was stressed out about it or like, oh man, I only have 30 minutes left or I only have 3 hours, because I knew what I was in for when I got there. My target for each day was to catch 3 fish. So on day 1, I caught those 2. So I was, I was okay with that. And then once I saw that everybody else that it was tough for them, and I was pretty much sitting in second place off of those 2 fish. I was like, well, hey, I'm good now. So day 2 was pretty much stress free. I just kind of went out there, had a little bit of fun. As you saw, I was recording footage for the video with the electronics and stuff like that for you guys. So day 2, I was like, because I wasn't playing, you know, I didn't think I was going to win the tournament anyway. I was just trying to keep my points up. And once I saw that was going to happen, I was like, hey, I got this 1 fish. I'm going to start playing around a little bit and stuff like that. So that's,
you didn't feel the tension like you did a couple of videos ago.
What
Was that an inappropriate comment? My bad.
Yeah, that was an inappropriate comment for this live stream.
I'm gonna run with that inappropriate comment. That was on Lanier, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. It sure was.
Out your back door.
It sure was. Look at Redboat. Redboat says, love you guys so much. So much fun. Yes, we do have fun on and off the lake. And then what is Harry saying? Halftime compared to last time.
As far as the time, you know, we went 4 hours last time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was not a planned or expected thing at all. I was thinking that this one was just going to be an hour long. So we're sitting right at 2 hours. And then we have somebody else checking in, the Real Estate Apostle. You guys make sure you check out her channel too. She is a supporter of the channel, and she does videos on Turo. So if you guys don't know what Turo is, it's setting up your own, basically your own car rental business. So a lot of us that are in the fishing industry, we need that extra, you know, that extra residual income. It can finance some of your fishing tournaments, trips, things like that. So it's definitely something to look into. So just search the Real Estate Apostle on YouTube and you'll see her channel. So she has some good information on there. But yeah, so she says got jokes. Yes, we do. We have a good time out here. Have a good time camping, fishing, all of that good stuff.
Well, now your last video that you put up this week about the 3 buttons, that was a pretty good tip.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Appreciate
and you
that.
still didn't hit me up about, you know, if you're wanting that new toy. I left my email address in the last video.
You know what? I didn't see it, but somebody snatched that thing up the very next morning.
I see how you are. I've been begging for that.
Exactly. That's exactly how he is.
Bait and switch. Switch.
It was Chicken Hawk's fault because I sent him a message that told him to send me a reminder if he wanted me to help Harry. And since he didn't send me the reminder, I was like, oh man, that's messed up.
You're wanting 2 of them prepackaged wiggle wars. You know, I know. I see what you're doing.
Oh man. But all right, guys, I guess we're gonna go ahead and sign off. Get out here. You see Chicken Hawk already chomping on some dinner. I didn't eat anything yet either, so we're gonna go ahead and get to it. But make sure you guys hit the like button on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. And I will be at Lake Hartwell in a week and a half fishing our classic. So got to get out.
The real question is, when will you be on Logan Martin?
Well, I would come to Logan Martin, but somebody's memory isn't too good. And why is this happening too? Let me switch back and forth between these two. I think these two might have something to do with each other right there.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, so we'll talk about Logan Martin, but we just have to work on that memory a little bit first. Then we'll see about Logan Martin.
No, the memory be right on Logan Martin, trust me.
But see, I think you all need to come up with a charity tournament down there at Guntersville, tied in with your club tournament or before. Let some people come down here and, you know, we just have a little fun, have a little cookout. Maybe we could let Chicken Hawk do some brim fishing before and to see if he can do them carp and take that red meat out and some catfish and maybe have some money for a charity.
I catch this little sac-a-lay. See, that was my plan.
The sac-a-lay, there you go.
And I fell off a little bit because I was gonna catch my bass, and then I was gonna spend the rest of the day sac-a-lay fishing to bring home.
Gotcha.
But I went on. It didn't all work out the way I expected this time.
It happens.
But what you were talking about, Harry, we do that. It's going to be at Lake West Point in, I believe it's going to be April. It'll be a big open tournament, and they're pretty much shutting it down. And we're going to have a big tournament coming out of Lake West Point.
Where's that at?
Is that right at the Georgia-Alabama line? I know it's in LaGrange, Georgia. It's in Georgia, but it's right, right between.
LaGrange, right at the Georgia-Alabama line.
Yeah, south. I think south, kind of like
Never been
South
there.
Georgia area.
They don't scare me. I respect everyone, fear no one.
So there we go. We can check everything out. But so that's the plan. And once we get more information, of course, I'll be putting it out on the webs on the channel. And also there's going to be a tournament this weekend coming up on Lake Sinclair. And I mentioned that in one of the previous live streams. I don't have the flyer up right now, but it's the Casting in Pink. I believe that's what it's called. So it's a charity event for cancer. I don't know if it's specifically breast cancer, but I think it's just it's for cancer in general. But that'll be this weekend on Sinclair. So if anybody's interested in that, make sure you could just Google Casting in Pink, and that will come up, or just shoot me a message on my Instagram. Let me just put that banner back down here real quick. So if anybody is looking and want to give a special shout out to, there you go. You see it scrolling across the bottom. Thanks to Maggie, the substitute teacher. She is the sponsor of tonight's live stream. Really, really appreciate it, guys. And also Gail at Night. I did not put that in there. But like I said, guys, the women are the ones actually sponsoring the shows. What is up with that? But all right, guys, let's go ahead and get out of here. I see Chicken Hawk putting those teeth to work. Really appreciate it. And I will see you guys.
Gotta make it happen, baby. Gotta make it happen.
All right. See you guys on the next video. All right.